busted it open. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just rode the jersey. It's the first half and we done dropped 30. We just underscoring them, boy, man. I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I scored again, diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with them bands. Crowd going wild, dived in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I'm telling my vision. You young and she get like me. I got your shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best she go where it's safe. You know how I play, I get to it.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Rams, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Rams. Everybody, alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
From SoFi Stadium. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. As the Texans offense runs out, we get a peek at the man under center. Second-year quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford.
I think when we really analyze the 2021 NFL season, Houston Texans quarterback Davis Mills, he deserves a lot more credit than he got for leading a bad team last season. Circumstances led the third-round rookie to being thrown in as the team starter, and he really came on after some early struggles. 4 300-yard games from him, he led Houston to a big upset of the Chargers to help keep L.A. out of the playoffs.
The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On play action, Mills. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long.
Man, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
And here comes Matthew Stafford leading the Rams offense out there, just as he did last season when he captured his first and the Rams' second Super Bowl title.
Matthew Stafford's first season in Los Angeles could not have gone better, as he proved to be the missing piece that brought the Rams a Lombardi trophy. It was a very well-deserved moment for the 13th-year pro, who was 12th all-time in yards and touchdowns, but had never experienced a postseason victory before that season. Now, you just call him a Super Bowl champion, and boy did he embrace the Rams offense from the start, with almost 5,000 yards and 41 touchdowns in 2021.
He was run down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Texans are going to take over here at their own own 22-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Akers. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cam Akers taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gain to kick it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And he's off to a very poor start. 2 passes, 2 interceptions. They'll try and see if he can complete a few to the good guys here as he starts 1st and 10. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Pierce will try to pick it up. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
On the return is Powell. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for this with Akers. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And it's caught. Touchdown. Matthew Stafford finding Cooper Kupp for the touchdown there. And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Gay is on for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. First down throw for Mills. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Under pressure, they got him again. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. On third down, here's Pierce. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Houston. And the rushing numbers should tell the story of why they trail at the half. They're still in single digits in yardage as a team through 2 quarters of play. That's not good. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they had a little bit more success on the ground than their opponents did. And that should set them up well for the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. Stafford and the Rams come up first and 10 at their own 27. He starts with a give to Akers, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Throwing is Stafford. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magical elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
They'll run on first down with Akers. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he floated one out there, incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary unnecessary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 15-yard line. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Here's Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And the Rams are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Kupp. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Here's Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are right back in this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well, cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
They'll let one go deep for Howard. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mills to throw it. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Mills. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Stafford. It's complete to Robinson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Going to run the sweep here. This is Kupp. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
He has to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Houston's offense taking over again. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by David Long. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Now just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Houston set to take over. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. One last shot from Mills. That's caught. It's Chris Moore. On the move past the 40. There he goes left side. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these plays mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for two. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point conversion.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.